As a male, we are lucky. Our bodies are essentially the same every single day, every single week of the year. The way our body processes calories is exactly the same day in, day out. However, women do not have this luxury. Being a female, it is more difficult to burn fat than it is being a male. In this video, I'm going to talk about female fat loss, which in my opinion is one of the most under-discussed yet important topics when it comes to fitness. So on average, women weigh less than men, they have less muscle mass, therefore they burn less calories on a daily basis. Biologically, they're also essential to the existence of the human race. This means that their bodies have been designed to deal with starvation a lot better than men. In times of famine, women actually last longer than men do. If a man and a woman both ate within the same calorie deficit, the man would lose more fat than the woman would. Yet women are still often treated like smaller men, when in actual fact their bodies are completely different, and the process of weight loss is unfortunately far more complicated. So I'm going to talk about the menstrual cycle, the effects this has on weight loss, and some strategies you can use to still see great results when it comes to fat loss. Now the menstrual cycle on average lasts for around 28 days, with the follicular phase lasting from day 1 to day 14 and the luteal phase lasting from day 14 to day 28. Now there's two main sex hormones which your body releases, which are mostly prevalent in just women. These are estrogen and progesterone. Now both these hormones have different effects on your body, and the amount your body produces changes depending on which part of the cycle you are in. Okay, so estrogen. Now when it comes to fat loss, estrogen is your friend. It decreases your appetite, it improves your insulin sensitivity, which means you process carbs more efficiently, and it's just generally a better hormone when it comes to weight loss. Now estrogen is most prevalent during the first phase of the menstrual cycle. Now that is from day 1 to day 14, and we call this the follicular phase. Now during the follicular phase, due to high levels of estrogen, this is generally a time when a woman's appetite is lower, their workouts tend to go a bit better due to the slightly higher levels of testosterone, and weight loss tends to happen in a relatively linear progression. Now progesterone. Now in terms of fat loss, progesterone is not great. Progesterone is more prevalent during the second phase of the menstrual cycle. This phase is called the luteal phase. As you can see, as progesterone rises, estrogen falls. Now what happens when progesterone rises is that you actually have an increase in metabolic rate. This means your body actually requires 100 to 300 more calories than you would in the first phase. And the issue here is because of the rise in progesterone and the decrease in estrogen, your appetite increases to the point where most women tend to eat upwards of 500 calories more than they should be eating on a daily basis. Also, due to the low amounts of estrogen, your body will become more insulin resistant, which means you don't deal with carbs as efficiently as you did in the first phase. The increase in progesterone will mean that you'll start to crave foods such as biscuits, cakes, chocolate, and when your body is sensitive to those types of foods, this is when you store the most fat. Now due to the lower levels of testosterone during the second phase, your workouts will not feel as good. You'll come at the gym a lot more feeling like you just had a terrible workout. This will mean you'll lack motivation, and training will generally just won't be as good as it would be in the follicular phase. Now it's important to mention that some women will not notice these changes as much as others. It really depends on your body structure and the type of person you are. Okay, so how do we program for this? Now when it comes to training, knowing that you're going to have your best workouts where you can lift the most weight, you feel the best in the gym. Now it makes sense to save that type of programming for the first phase of your menstrual cycle. Save the metabolic conditioning, the higher rep stuff, the cardiovascular endurance for the second phase when you feel like you can't lift as much weight and your workouts are not going to feel as great. In terms of nutrition, it makes more sense to save the bulk of your calories for the first phase of your menstrual cycle when your body processes them a little bit better. For the second phase, raise your fats, raise your proteins as your body's insulin sensitivity is higher. And remember, everybody's body is different. Different women are going to feel different things during the menstrual cycle. Alright guys, catch you in this video. Thanks for watching.